come into the next week in the top 5 of rushing yards. Is this sort of something that you envisioned for yourself coming into the season?
Yes, sir. That's one goal that I always had in mind, was to try to be the top 5 back in the nation, and it's here now. So I just got to keep going and keep my head down and keep focusing. So.
Kaleb, I know we talked about the last 2 seasons, going into the season, the last 2 years, you taking your play to that next level. Really seems like you've done that this year. What did that? What has taken you to that next level?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Coach Betts. Just him being on me consistently about the little things and what I could be if I do the little things right. So just me, just like taking that into heart and in consideration, and keep moving forward and trying it out and just keep doing it. So.
Kaleb, last year, you know what happened in the Minnesota game. Enjoy this tonight. You got a big game coming up.
Yep.
Extra motivation.
Yeah, and extra recovery too. So just extra locked in, extra focus, because it's Big Ten now. So it's big boy. So now it's just really time for me to actually really, focus on my little things, focus on every detail I got, because I'm trying to get to another Big Ten championship. So.
Thank you.
That 33-yard touchdown run, it just seemed like you zipped right up the middle. What was that run?
I ain't gonna give no credit to myself. I'm gonna give all my credit to my O-line, bro. They played their asses off today. Sorry for my language, but the boys played hard today, and I can't say much about it. They just be in practice and do every little thing right. So they care about the little things, and I do too. So we just came together and say, just keep it north and south, and came out. So
we talked to Mason, and he said the biggest growth he's seen from an offensive lineman standpoint is you're not trying to run around people anymore. You're a lot better at kind of seeing that one cut and going. Would you agree with that assessment? He also says you're just finishing through contact, maybe some edge strength, just lower leg strength.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. My first 2 years here, I was so used to just using my speed on people because that's how I was in high school. So now it's just me knowing that people are faster than me. It kind of hurt a little bit because I'm used to just outrunning everybody. So I'm like, oh. So now it's just me knowing that, and just me putting my strength, using my strength, and put my feet and my head down and just going. So that's another big part of maturity that I'm coming through. So
what caused that? Was that someone that suggested that to you, or is that something you came up with?
Coach Betts. Yeah. So him, I love that man. So I just got to keep, like I said, keep my head down, keep moving forward, and focus on Minnesota now. Like I said, it's big boy football now. So.
Obviously, last year was a tough year offensively, but this year it seems like, even last week, I know it was a loss, but when you stepped on the field, you guys can have the potential to move down the field anytime. In this case, the offense had to come through. Does it feel different this year, I guess, on offense?
Yes, I feel like now it's just us, executing. That's the main part now. It's just us finishing drives and finishing runs and finishing catches and throws and all that. Just doing our little things correctly. So now, like I said, even though we won, got to go back and work on things that we messed up in the game today. So it's my main focus now, just going back and see what I messed up on and, putting it out there in Minnesota. So.
Liddell told us, or he said last week, that one of the little things you were doing was in practice, the whistle blows, I think he said, you'd sprint another 30, 40 yards. What kind of switched, how did that switch flip with you to just do little things like that? Do you have any other examples of little things that kind of switched in practice? Habits.
I'm gonna just say Coach Betts. It's just him. It's just I'm listening to everything he says because he was in the league for 10 years, so he knows. So when he just keeps telling me to put my shoulder down and keep being physical and finishing my runs, even in practice, because if you do your work hard in practice, it's gonna come in the game. So that's what he always says. So now I'm just always doing that, and it's happening. So keep moving forward.
What do you remember about him recruiting you?
I'm not gonna lie. During a game he came to, my line was horrible. I was bigger than most of my old line. So I'm in there. They put me in Wildcat, and we 30 yards, and the goal line. Coaches say, just run it, just take it. I look to my rear view. I'm like, look at that right there. Okay, I see him. I'm about to just show. So I broke 5 tackles and scored, and then after that, it was just history from there. So
You guys unveiled a little bit of a red zone wrinkle today with Brendan coming in. Is that something that you got excited about, I guess, during practice this week? Just something a little different? Or?
With me, not really, because I trust all my QBs. I trust all of them. They are good. So whoever just comes in, they do their thing, I do my thing, and we come up with a touchdown. So that's what I feel like.
What does having Brendan in those red zone packages when you get closer to the end zone? What does that do for the offense?
Well, now since he's in, Minnesota they go look at that as, oh yeah, they go run the ball now. So he's an all-around QB. So I feel like now it's just like I said, I don't care who's in. I trust all my QBs. So I'm just here to run down, score touchdowns and help my team win. So
In the third quarter, I thought someone stepped on your helmet, or you.
Oh yeah, I got kneed in the back of the head. Yeah.
Exactly. But then in the fourth quarter, you're just as strong as you were in the first quarter. Is that something that you kind of
Yeah, but I got mad towards it because I'm like, why did you do that in my head? But at the same time, it's football, so I'm like, just calm down, Kaleb. Just do your thing. So just came out. I'm just gonna finish it for my team, help my team win. So that was the main point. So
I'm sorry, you mentioned earlier you wanted to be a top 5 running back. You pay attention to what other guys are doing, like the guy at Boise and the guy at Rutgers?
Nah, I don't care what they do. So I'm just like I said, I'm putting my foot on the gas and focus on what I'm doing. So now it's just me, like I said, just keep my head down, not focusing on Minnesota.
I felt like today was kind of similar to Illinois State, like where the first half was kind of slow for the offense and then turn it on in the second. Like, what do you see as a difference maybe between what you guys have done in this first half versus the second half?
Like I said, executing more, doing the little things right, knowing where to go, and just finishing. So
The motivation to be like the best running back in the nation. Where does that come from?
that's been something in me since I was little, since I carried the ball. So I always wanted to be one of the best backs to always be talked about. So that's just me, just keeping it in my back of my head and knowing that. So that's one motivation for me too.
All right, thanks, Kaleb.
Thanks, Caleb.